Hello everybody, I'm Ernest. So we're on the boat heading over to the Statue of Liberty. That's what today's video is all about. I think these are the people who are going back on another line. I guess there's several lines here. Maybe, I don't know. This is what greets you when you walk in, the United States flag. And I see ice cream and snacks over to the side. Quite a bit windy today. Still walking around to the front of the island to see the face of Miss Liberty herself. Cruise ship in the distance. Weather's holding up, no rain yet. So I think every nationality is actually out here at the Statue of Liberty. Even they recognize what it is and the symbol of freedom. If you know anything about history, where the foundations of this nation was laid, and right across the water there is the new World Trade Center, or newish. That's not that new, right? Oh, now. Nice view. That's the point of Manhattan Island. The shrubbery right at the end, that is Battery Park, is where we took off from. And we're trying to find the entrance now. There's people, I can see people up on a balcony up there. And then I'm not sure about the crown. I had heard that you can get inside the crown. I haven't seen anybody hanging out there yet. But we're gonna walk around the complete island. It's quite large. They do have food and drink here, so if you want something to eat or drink, there's stuff here. So we're gonna go to the Statue of Liberty Museum. We're gonna go inside. Instead of going into the statue first, we're gonna go to the museum first. It's a museum for Statue of Liberty. Find out more information on it and get educated. All right, we're inside the museum. We got free speech, suffrage, independence, rule of law, all the foundations of liberty. Liberty is an effort of the mind rather than the arms. Yeah, we'll see how far that works. Liberty has never been won by the idea, but the idea backed up with bullets. That's all we understand. Very interesting. Jewish, I forget what they call those things, with all the Statue of Liberty and put all the candles on top of it. People were just happy to be here. This shows the migration of people coming to the United States from all over the world. Oh, I guess you can take pictures and then place your pictures on this screen and it will come out. I'm not sure where you do that. Okay, so back here is where you do that. You take a selfie and then you place it and loads it up, and then it will show up on the screen. I've never seen something like that, but that's cool. So this is a piece of the of a curl on the statue that corroded, and they saved it, and then they made a cast of it and reproduced it. So here's the plaque. This is the original torch. They took it down in 1986. And this is the sculptor's name. The French, I guess a Frenchman. And here it is. This is the original torch. You can see the rivets and the frame and the flame. And I guess there was a walkway where you could walk around. I think it said 1886, so this is very old. But it got to a point where it couldn't be repaired anymore, so they just brought it down here. And the new one is up there. I remember when they did that. It's been a few years now. So this museum is directly behind the statue. There we go. So there is the face. I guess this is the actual dimensions of the face, or this is the original face. Let me go read the sign. I just read it. It's just a replica of the face that they used to make a model of it to, I guess, replace the face. All right, so going further into the museum. Here's a statue of it. Seems to be that one piece is missing, or that's what it looked like when it's under construction. So these are the foundations that are looked upon. There's the first one, this one, and this is the one that won out in 1884. So this shows the skeleton inside. And you can see the spiral staircase that goes all the way up into up in the neck area. And I guess you come across and you go up into the arm and out the torch. So you can see what is inside, and then in the pedestal itself. Somebody just letting their kids run amok over here. I don't know. I want to say, I don't think the mother's on the phone. She doesn't even know that the kid's out there until he falls down and breaks his face. So these are some of the tooling that was used to form, I guess, the copper skin or bronze skin. Not really sure. And the workshop where all the work was being made. So this is a mold, and you see this is the copper skin and the tools that they would use to form it into the shape they wanted. So they'd make it out of wood and then beat it into submission until it formed whatever piece that they was making. Here's an example of somebody working the skin. And the foot.
Edouard de Lavallee, a professor of constitutional law.
I think they misunderstood you saying you were announcing part 2 and they thought you...
Everybody walked out. It's like we're having a private viewing of this movie.
The Civil War is over. To Laboulaye, it seems that finally America is fully committed to its founding ideals of human liberty and equality.
Oh, I thought it was more people than you guys.
Nearly a century toward liberty for all. With the fall of their own republic, the cause of liberty is faltering in France. Laboulaye hopes this gift will rouse.
We literally have a private viewing here. Everybody walked out and we're the only ones in the audience.
In 1871, Bartholdi crisscrosses America, gathering inspiration, discussing the project with publishers, politicians, and even President Ulysses S. Grant. He searches for the perfect site and finds it. Bedloe's Island, just a tiny speck of land in New York Harbor.
Tiny speck of land.
The artist, a dramatic stage,
Not a large island.
Statue he'd begun to envision.
So now we go into the second half, and there's apparently another theater over here, and we again are the only ones in the theater, and we have the bench. There's only one bench, and you sit down and you watch the second half.
Bartholdi's final model of the statue, just 4 feet tall. The sculptor and his team of skilled artisans began to create a statue that will be 151 feet tall. 1886, America formally dedicates the Statue of Liberty. Visitors experience what is perhaps Bartholdi's greatest stroke of genius.
There's actually a third video. We came in here not knowing that it was a 3-part movie, and you go into 3 different, and Ted said that we should have brought some popcorn. He's probably right.
The statue began as the impulse of a human heart. The Statue of Liberty is at once an emblem of America's highest ideals and the deep ironies of our history. Broken shackles at her feet, but the legacy of slavery still very real in 1886 as the statue is dedicated. Human justice and equality guaranteed by the Constitution.
All right, so we attempted to go inside the museum and the Statue of Liberty, but then we found out that you have to get reservations and you have to buy them online. So if you're coming down here, I thought the boat ride ticket and all that was just what would get us into the statue, but it doesn't. So but we have a nice view of the city, Manhattan in the background. Well, we have some popcorn and then we're gonna take off. Anyway, we decided to leave Statue of Liberty, and it sounds like we're gonna be able to stop at Ellis Island. So we'll stop there on the way back. Saying goodbye to Statue of Liberty. All right, so we are at Ellis Island. They estimated up to 1,200 immigrants came through here. This was like a processing center, basically, where you would come in and from other countries, you would make it here, and there would be a process that you would go through to make sure you were able to stay here in the United States. At that time, our government, the United States government, was trying to populate the United States. We didn't have enough people, so it was pretty much an open door. You just had to get to this spot right here or other places. Like my grandfather came from Germany through Baltimore, and then you have this one here in Ellis Island. And I think inside they'll have some exhibits of the process of those times. All right, so a lot of people in those days would have these trunks, and everything they owned was in these trunks. So we just got out of a 28-minute video. It's over to the right when you come in the main entrance. 28-minute video, and it was really good. So that's something to do. So let's just go ahead and get inside the exhibit. So walking in here, what's going on in here? Let's see. Just explanations of what's going on and how the nation started, the growth in industry, building communities. Let's go into here. It says New York on top. Santa Fe, San Francisco, all kinds of just the different cultures, communities in flux, and a breakdown, like a timetable of the events. Lots to see, and I think there's an upstairs portion to this exhibit. Just the building itself, magnificent, just built to last forever, seems. Things were just built so much nicer back then, it seems. I'm not sure what that is, but I think it's the name of immigrants or something on out there. Maybe we'll check it out. I don't know for sure. It's like a circle wall. So out this window you can see unrestored section. It's like a walkway of some sort made out of iron, and there's windows, I guess. I guess at one time it was enclosed. You could go from one building to the next. And in this section, they didn't bother to put windows in it. They just boarded them up. And then this side, it does have windows in. It's not completely restored. Oh, see this doorway, stairway, and it goes up. Check that out. Hey, get them to come down this way. And here's sort of a map. You have baggage room, the journey. I think that's the room that we started off in. This is the baggage room where you walk in. There's a theater off to the side where we just came from. There's a cafe and a gift shop over here. And then we're walking up a stairway, so I'm sure what all this stuff is, but I guess there's other sections that you can go. So we're going up. They left the door open. They left the door open. You know what, Mexicans, they're gonna come in. So we're going up and up and up. Can you imagine the history that people walking through here, immigrants coming from a different world? Or they just took the elevator. I'm not sure. Who knows? Okay, so here we're on the second floor. And out we go. And you come into a huge area. Look at for it just being an immigration station, just look at the stonework. Going to a different area. Any more? First immigrant, what does it say? Process at Ellis Island, January 4th, 1892. Ah, 1892. That's the first one.
Those guys turned around, and of course, in some cases, they didn't even cut brush. They just unbolted the joint bar, and like unbolt the joint bar like one person bolt chain on, get one right over there, bulldozer just yanks the whole.
So here's, I don't know if these are copies or the original, and you can see the names. Let's just pick one out. Mary. So what is that, Shelley or Scully? 24 is the year. So I think in 1924. And then this is calling or occupation, a wife. This seems country where they're coming from. So what is that, a country or what is that? I don't even know what that is. So anyway, but they have a whole list of that on this wall here. And out the window is the harbor. Documentation of certain peoples, I guess, when they came over, and the paperwork they would have, the passports and different, their paperwork when they would come over. Right, so that was Ellis Island. I'm pretty sure there's more to it than when I showed you, but we're running out of time, and we haven't actually had a meal all day, and it's fixing to be like 6 o'clock in the afternoon. So anyway, there is the facility around me. And it's a beautiful structure. I like the towers. Yeah. Anyway, it's part, when you buy the ticket to go to the Statue of Liberty, which happens to be just right across the bay right over there, it's this is included into it. And remember, if you want to go into Statue of Liberty, you need to get a reservation online. So anyway, let's head back to the ferry to New York Battery Park.